Welcome, dear listener, to The Soft Footsteps on a Snowy Path, a peaceful audio experience crafted to ease you into a restful night's sleep. If you find the soothing nature of this story helpful and would enjoy similar content, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Before we begin our gentle journey through the winter woods, I will guide you through a brief breathing exercise to help you settle in and unwind. If you prefer to move straight to the story, please feel free to skip ahead. You will find the timestamps for each chapter in the video description. This novel follows the daily walks of an artist named Wren as she seeks peace and inspiration amidst a winter snowfall. We will explore the softly lit forest alongside her each afternoon, and then return to the warm hearth each evening. Now, let's take a few moments to prepare for our story. Please settle into a comfortable position, whether you're in bed or relaxing on a chair. Allow your body to feel fully supported and adjust your pillow or blankets to create a space of ease and comfort around you. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable to you, and let go of any tension you might be holding in your muscles. With each breath in and each breath out, you are softening more and more. This is your time to relax, to let go of the day, and allow the gentle rhythms of the winter landscape to soothe your mind and body. Let's begin by taking a slow, calming breath together. Inhale through your nose, allowing your breath to fill your lungs gently and naturally. Feel the air as it passes through you, filling you with ease. And now, as you exhale through your mouth like a quiet sigh, allow any tension or stress to be released from your body. With each inhale and exhale, imagine the soft snow falling around you, blanketing the world in quiet peace. Feel the rhythm of your breath, slow and calm, just like the gentle footsteps of our main character as she moves along her path. If your mind begins to drift, that is quite all right. Allow your thoughts to pass by without judgment, just like clouds drifting across the sky on a peaceful winter afternoon. Gently guide your attention back to your breathing or to the sound of my voice and the soft, rhythmic cadence of the story to come. Remember, there is nothing you need to do right now except listen and allow the story to carry you away. Feel the gentle rhythm of the snowy world around you and let it guide you into a deep state of calm and ease. Now let us begin our quiet journey on the snowy path. Chapter 1. The First Flakes. The morning light arrives slowly, gently touching the edges of Wren's eyelids as she begins to stir. A soft glow filters through her bedroom window, revealing a world transformed by the fresh snowfall that fell during the night. A gentle quiet has settled over everything. Wren stretches her arms above her head, feeling the soft fabric of her pajamas against her skin, then lets them fall to her sides. She feels a sense of ease in her body as her awareness travels along the line of her arm. This slow awakening is a comforting beginning to her day, an invitation to ease. She slowly rises from bed, her bare feet feeling the cool wooden floor beneath them. The air is crisp and carries the subtle scent of pine from the woods just beyond her window. She moves toward the warmth of the kitchen. A sense of gentle expectancy moves within her as she prepares breakfast. She carefully measures out oats for her morning porridge. She notes the way the grains fall into the bowl, a small detail of her daily practice. The gentle clinking of the spoon and the light murmur of the kettle begin to fill the room with sounds of quiet contentment. The warmth of the kitchen begins to slowly seep into her, offering a comforting sense of welcome. As she pours the hot water into the bowl, a swirl of steam rises, carrying the gentle fragrance of cinnamon. The room begins to warm and feel cozy. She carries her bowl to the table, each step a gentle rhythm. Looking out her window, Wren notes the way the snow has softened all the edges of the outside world. She takes a slow and thoughtful bite of the porridge, noticing the warmth as it spreads through her body. She closes her eyes for a moment, savoring the simple pleasure, allowing a smile to softly spread across her face as her inner awareness rests in the comfort of her home and the peaceful moment. After breakfast, Wren gathers her softest layers of clothing, preparing for her afternoon walk. Each item feels familiar and comforting, from the thick wool socks to the gently worn scarf. As she slides her arms into her coat, she pauses to feel the weight of it, a comforting sense of being embraced. She moves to the door, her mind settling in anticipation. As she opens it, she feels the cool, crisp air gently touch her face, as though it were welcoming her into the outdoors. Stepping out of her cottage, she feels the crunch of the snow beneath her boots, a soft, familiar sound that sets the rhythm of her walk. The world appears quieter, muffled by the blanket of fresh snow. The air is cool on her cheeks and nose, and she pulls her scarf up, feeling the soft wool against her skin. She slowly inhales, filling her lungs with the clean, fresh scent of winter. A sense of calm settles over her as she looks at the softly falling snowflakes. She knows this place well and takes slow, deliberate steps forward with ease. The soft, delicate flakes are dancing around her, catching the afternoon light and creating a magical world of white. She follows the gently winding path, allowing the familiar surroundings to guide her. Her inner awareness travels as the path slowly unfolds before her, revealing soft dips and subtle rises of the landscape. The sound of her footsteps makes a quiet and consistent rhythm in the silence of the snowy landscape. She feels a subtle sense of warmth within her, and a sense of calm and safety moving through her body. The muted light of the afternoon creates soft shadows on the snow-covered ground, giving everything a gentle, hazy glow. Wren's boots gently sink into the snow, her footsteps leaving soft imprints that will soon be smoothed over by the falling flakes. She feels her weight move through her body as she walks along, her breath quiet and even as she walks forward, her pace slow and relaxed. She feels a gentle peace settle within as she travels into the woods. A sense of anticipation and quiet joy fills her. With a deep and steadying breath, she takes the first few steps onto the path. The world feels quiet and welcoming as she moves further from her cottage and deeper into the forest. The gentle crunch of her boots on the snow provides a soothing rhythm, almost like the gentle lull of the waves on a distant shore, promising an afternoon of quiet exploration and peace. Chapter 2: The Whispering Woods. As Wren walks further into the woods, the trees become more numerous, their branches laden with snow. The path before her curves gently, disappearing between the tall, snow-dusted pines. She feels a sense of peace as she takes each soft, rhythmic step, aware of the sensation of the snow beneath her boots. A gentle, easy calm settles over her as she begins to move deeper into the trees. She feels held by the trees around her as she follows the gently winding path. The air grows still, and she notices how the sounds of the outside world seem to soften and quiet. The gentle whisper of the wind through the branches above her creates a soft and calming music, a gentle rustling that seems to hum all around her. She pauses and closes her eyes, listening to the delicate symphony of nature's gentle music. The soft rustle of the wind invites her to relax as her awareness rests on the delicate sounds. She breathes slowly and deeply, feeling the air fill her lungs with peace. The muted light of the afternoon filters through the snow-covered canopy, casting soft, serene shadows on the ground. The trees around her are dressed in a coat of pure white, creating a peaceful and almost magical scene. Each tree stands tall and strong, each one a silent guardian of the forest. Wren moves through the space with a sense of ease. As she walks, she feels as though she is a part of this tranquil setting. She notes the way the light diffuses through the branches, creating a soft and even glow that washes over everything. The colors are muted, gentle shades of white, gray, and the soft brown of tree trunks. There are no harsh contrasts, only soft transitions that invite the eye to rest. A feeling of contentment rises up inside of her as she observes this quiet landscape, a gentle reminder of the peace of the winter woods. She takes a moment to gently breathe in the quiet peace of the space. As she moves further into the woods, she notices the gentle thuds of snow falling from the evergreen branches. Each small sound is like a soft note, a subtle reminder of the slow rhythm of the natural world. The snow falls quietly around her, a gentle cascade of soft flakes that feel like a peaceful and calming embrace. She lets herself relax deeper into the moment, noticing the small details of the forest as she goes deeper in. She runs her gloved hand along the soft bark of a pine tree, feeling the subtle texture of the rough surface under her glove. She gently moves along, allowing herself to feel the ease of her body as she continues down the winding path. She moves with a sense of calm, her pace slow and rhythmic as she takes in the details of her surroundings. The forest feels like a gentle hug, inviting her to soften her inner gaze as she walks along. The rhythmic crunch of her boots on the snow continues, a soft, steady beat that accompanies her journey. Each step is intentional, each movement deliberate, as she moves with a sense of grace. Her inner awareness settles further into the gentle sounds, the soft light, and the quiet of the forest. The sense of peace she is feeling is almost like a soft hum within her as she walks along. With each gentle breath, she allows herself to be completely present in the moment, noticing the soft light, the quiet sounds, and the peacefulness of the forest. The woods feel like a soft sanctuary, a place of quiet comfort where she can rest and be at ease. She allows her inner vision to gently soften as she welcomes all of the sensations within her body, and then gently move forward, deeper into the woods and into this soft, beautiful space. Chapter 3. A Winter Sanctuary. Wren's walk leads her to a small, secluded clearing nestled deeper within the woods. The trees gently open up, revealing a space bathed in soft, diffused light. The snow here is untouched, a smooth expanse of white that appears almost luminous in the soft afternoon glow. She feels a pull toward this space, as though it has been waiting for her. With soft steps, she moves forward. She makes her way toward a large fallen log covered in a thick blanket of snow. The log appears as if it were placed there intentionally. She brushes off a small spot and sits down, feeling the cool, soft snow beneath her. As she rests her body, a feeling of gentle comfort washes through her. The clearing is quiet, peaceful, a tranquil haven in the heart of the woods. She lets herself settle there, noticing how calm it is. She closes her eyes for a moment, allowing the gentle sounds of the forest to surround her. The soft whisper of the wind, the distant call of a bird, the quiet rustle of snow falling from the trees. She feels at peace with herself as her body sinks deeper into relaxation. The stillness of the clearing begins to settle into her body, and she breathes softly in and out. Her heart beats slow and steady. It's slow and steady. When she opens her eyes, she notes the fine detail in the bark of a nearby tree, each ridge and groove a delicate pattern. She traces the pattern with her eyes, noticing the way the shadows shift and move on the surface of the tree. The soft light from the sky catches the subtle textures of the bark, and Wren follows it with her gaze, her inner vision soft and relaxed. She turns her attention to the snow that surrounds her, noticing the soft and delicate flakes. Some are resting gently on the log, while others are drifting slowly to the ground. She reaches out her hand and lets a few fall onto her glove, watching them for a moment before they gently disappear. She feels the coolness of the snow on her glove, and it helps her feel more grounded in this moment. She feels a sense of connection with the natural world, as though she is a part of this quiet and gentle scene. She finds herself in a place where she can simply be, without any expectation or need for movement. In this sanctuary, she feels a freedom that she hadn't expected. A soft smile spreads across her face as she rests in the quiet solitude. She looks around at the landscape, each detail inviting her to linger. The soft textures, muted colors, and the stillness of everything is beautiful. A masterpiece of nature painted in a palette of quiet and calm. She notes the gentle curve of the path leading into the woods, the soft, muted colors of the snow, the gentle texture of the tree bark. Her mind feels quiet and relaxed. Wren closes her eyes again, allowing the peace of the clearing to fill her entire being. Her body is soft and relaxed. Her mind is quiet, and her breath is slow and even. This space feels like a sanctuary, a place of rest and reflection. She takes a long, deep, and slow breath, and as she exhales, she allows the peace of this moment to settle fully into her, as though she has found a home inside her own mind and body. Chapter 4. Traces in the Snow. After a while of simply sitting in the clearing, Wren feels a gentle urge to move, not from restlessness, but a quiet curiosity. She slowly rises, feeling the soft give of the snow beneath her boots. She takes a few soft, slow steps, her gaze now gently shifting to the ground before her. Her eyes softly travel over the snow-covered path, noticing the subtle details she hadn't seen before. As she moves along, she begins to notice the tiny tracks that crisscross the snow. They are delicate and small, evidence of the unseen creatures who have also traveled these paths. There are tiny paw prints, delicate and light, and the soft marks of where a bird's wings touched the snow. Each set of prints tells a tiny story of the forest's hidden inhabitants. She gently follows a set of prints with her eyes. She pauses, allowing her gaze to settle on a perfect set of tracks leading toward a thicket of trees. She wonders about the small creature that made them, imagining it moving through the snow with quiet grace. She feels a sense of connection to these unseen beings, a shared experience of life within this quiet winter world. Her inner vision softens as she rests with this feeling of kinship and gentleness. She begins to move again, her steps slow and intentional. She notices how the tracks are not just lines in the snow, but miniature works of art, each a delicate imprint that tells of movement, intention, and the simple joy of living within nature. She feels an ease within her, and her inner awareness shifts to these tiny moments of observation. The world seems to open up around her as she feels a deeper sense of connection with it. She allows herself to follow the tracks for a while, her mind soft and quiet, noticing the way they meander through the landscape. The patterns are never quite straight, but rather curve and weave, almost like the branches of a tree. She feels a sense of curiosity as she continues on, her mind open to these small, hidden signs of life all around her. Each small, subtle detail seems important, and she continues to observe the space around her with ease. She finds herself drawn to a small set of prints that seem to disappear beneath the branches of a low-hanging pine. She leans down and gently pushes aside a soft layer of snow, revealing the tiny entrance to a burrow. She imagines a small creature tucked away in its safe, warm home, and she feels a sense of tenderness toward this hidden space. She allows a sense of care and warmth to fill her, resting gently with this feeling. She slowly stands again, feeling the weight of her body gently press into the ground. As she looks around, she sees traces of life everywhere, subtle hints of movement and activity that are easily missed if one moves too fast. She allows herself to simply observe, and it gives her inner being a soft, calm sensation. A smile comes to her lips, an acknowledgement of the quiet beauty all around her. With a gentle breath, she accepts the simplicity of this moment. The small footprints remind her of the interconnectedness of all things and the beauty of the quiet, hidden stories that unfold in the natural world. She continues her walk, her steps now even softer, and her inner vision clear and present as she moves further along the path, feeling connected to the landscape around her and the hidden worlds within. Chapter 5. Return to the Hearth. As the afternoon light begins to soften and deepen, Wren feels a gentle pull to return home. The air is becoming cooler, and she notes the subtle changes in the sky as it begins to shift from the soft blues of the day to the deeper, warmer hues of twilight. Her steps become a bit more purposeful, though her pace remains slow and deliberate. She feels a gentle ease as she begins to turn back toward the cottage, the knowledge of a warm hearth welcoming her. She retraces her steps, moving along the snow-covered path, following the same route she came in on. The trees now cast long shadows, and the snow appears to glow with a soft inner light. The forest feels different than it did when she entered it, almost as if it is releasing her back into her familiar world. She moves through it with a gentle awareness, feeling grounded by the path beneath her boots. As she gets closer to her cottage, she begins to notice the warm, inviting glow of the windows. The soft light feels like a beacon of welcome, and her body begins to relax even more. She can feel the anticipation of returning to her cozy space, the familiar sights and smells of her home. The gentle warmth draws her forward. She finds herself looking forward to the next stage of her daily routine. She slowly approaches her cottage, the familiar structure of stone and wood appearing welcoming against the backdrop of the snow-covered landscape. She opens the door and feels the gentle warmth of the interior embrace her. The air is filled with the comforting scent of wood smoke and the soft glow of candlelight. She closes the door gently behind her, feeling a sense of peace and safety as the outside world is kept at bay. She sets about preparing her space for the evening. First, she takes off her coat and scarf, shaking the loose snow into a small pile by the door. Then she moves to the hearth and gently adds a few small logs, feeling the warmth begin to grow as the fire starts to catch. The gentle crackling of the fire adds to the soothing ambiance of the room. She moves with a sense of care and slow ease. She fills the kettle with water, the sound of the water gently splashing into it soothing and calming. She moves to her tea cabinet, selecting a blend of chamomile and lavender, the soft floral scent of the herbs filling her senses. She prepares her mug, the clinking of the china adding to the small and comforting sounds of the room. The whole process is slow and gentle. As the water boils, she carefully pours it into her mug, watching the steam rise slowly, carrying with it the soft scent of lavender. She finds a comfortable spot on the sofa, nestling into the soft pillows. She takes a slow, deliberate sip of her tea, the warmth gently spreading through her, calming her body. She can feel her mind softening as she is held in the warm embrace of her home. She rests for a moment, simply enjoying the peace and quiet of her living room, the warmth of the fire, and the soft glow of candlelight. She settles into this space completely and allows her awareness to rest with the comforting feeling of returning home. With a gentle exhale, she sinks deeper into relaxation, ready to let the warmth of her hearth and the quiet of her home settle her into a restful and peaceful evening. Chapter 6. The Quiet of the Evening. Settled comfortably on the sofa, Wren reaches for her sketchbook, which she had left on the small table beside her. She opens it gently, the soft rustle of the paper a familiar and comforting sound. She softly turns the pages, her eyes scanning over the sketches she had made earlier, notes from her afternoon walk. She sees the soft lines of the trees, the delicate patterns of the snowflakes, and the subtle curves of the animal tracks she observed. She allows her eyes to rest on each drawing, feeling the subtle shift in her inner vision. As she looks, she remembers the soft sounds of the forest, the quiet of the clearing, the peaceful feeling of observing the tiny footprints in the snow. Each image evokes a sense of calm and wonder, bringing back the tranquil feelings of her walk. She is not focused on creating anything new, but rather on the calm and ease that arrives with looking at what is already complete. She picks up her charcoal pencil, feeling its smooth texture against her fingers, and she softly begins to add some final touches to a drawing of a single pine branch, heavy with snow. She moves slowly, her hand guided by the memory of what she had seen. There is a softness in each stroke. She is not trying to make something perfect. Rather, she moves her hands with a sense of care, letting the image gently emerge on the page. As she continues, her mind begins to quiet even further. The gentle act of drawing becomes a form of meditation, a way of connecting to the present moment and letting go of the day. Each stroke of the pencil, each subtle shading, brings a sense of peace and calm. The act of drawing feels almost like a breathing, each mark bringing her deeper and deeper into her body. The fire in the hearth continues to gently crackle, creating a warm and comforting rhythm. The candlelight casts soft shadows around the room, adding to the cozy ambience of the space. She slowly inhales the warm scent of the fire and lets it gently travel through her body, relaxing her even more. Her body rests heavy and soft on the sofa. As she finishes her last drawing, she closes the sketchbook gently, feeling a sense of quiet accomplishment. She allows herself to rest in the quiet of the moment, noticing how calm and peaceful she feels. She stretches gently, feeling the soft fabric of her clothing against her skin. Her body feels light and easy, and she sinks into the feeling of being comfortable and safe. She reaches for her mug, the remaining tea still warm. She takes a slow and thoughtful sip, savoring the gentle flavor. She closes her eyes and allows the sensation to linger, the warmth spreading slowly through her body and offering her one last layer of ease. She lets herself rest in the warmth of her space and the comfort of her evening. With a long, slow exhale, Wren allows herself to fully surrender to the quiet of the evening. Her mind is still, her body is relaxed, and her heart is full of gentle peace. The memories of her quiet journey in the snowy woods linger like a soft dream, promising a night of restful and restorative sleep. She is home, she is safe, and she is at peace, ready to drift effortlessly into a night of deep and calm sleep.